very first episode of our Chinese Super League. And today we have the two friends of mine. First, I'd like to introduce myself. Hello, everybody. I'm Zian Wang. I'm based in Warsaw, Poland. And also here we have Maciek Vols and Chen Jianhua or Corson Chen. We can go around the table and introduce ourselves. Firstly, I'm a scout and also video analyst. So I'm in Poland for almost, I don't know, 4 years. I have two boys playing football in Warsaw. The reason why we want to start this podcast is because we love Chinese football so much and also Polish football. We have the similar background and we also share the common. Uh, and this is why. And in 2 days, the new season of CSL will start. So today we would like to have the preview of the new season. Here we have Maciek and Kosen. Whoever you want to go first to introduce yourself,
All
please.
right. So hello, everyone. I'm Maciej Łoś. I'm also based in Warsaw. I'm big football fan, especially Chinese, because I have studied Chinese for 3 years, and that's why I also started to follow Chinese football. And it's about 6 years when I have started my Facebook fan page about Chinese Super League, and I'm still very uh, enjoying this football even during these hard days. But
You
for
mean
me, it's
pandemic?
yeah,
You mean pandemic
pandemic and
days?
also
Mm.
this crisis now in China, Chinese football. But I'm very interested in Chinese history,
Mm.
geography. Also, that's why
Mhm.
football is also very important to me.
Sure. And maybe you can show a little bit the logo on your shirt.
Yeah, this
Maciek
is
design
logo
his.
of my website,
Mhm,
Piłkarskie Państwo Środka.
mhm.
So it's about uh, almost 6 years when I have writing about Chinese football.
Yes. And if we see the whole jersey, we can see all the Chinese elements from the front and the back. Dragon, tigers, I see, and also the sign of different Chinese Super League
Yes,
clubs. Yeah.
this jersey was for the fifth anniversary of my website.
Mhm.
So during these 5 years, there were five champions of Chinese Super League. So there was Wuhan with the Jaguar. I don't know how to say it
Oh,
in English.
about
Guangzhou with Tiger,
tiger.
Shandong with mountains,
Mountain,
uh,
yes.
Shanghai Port with Eagle,
Eagle.
and Jiangsu with the Great Channel, so the
Uh,
water.
yes, the river, maybe Yangtze
Yeah,
River. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. It's very interesting. Like I mentioned to you before we start, my older son Łukasz also got the jersey from our last meeting as a gift. He's wearing it every day, so they miss China also a lot. Okay, here we have Kosen Chen, and he's studying in Warsaw University as a student. He's a big fan of Lech Poznan, the Polish Extraliga club, and the Robert Lewandowski used to play for Lech Poznan. Here you go.
It's my turn. So my name is Jianhua Chen. You can also call me Coulson. I'm a big fan of Polish football, but I'm from China, so I also pay attention to the Chinese Super League. Now I'm studying Warsaw, the University of Warsaw, so I have a big chance to watch Polish football and also talk with my friends, talk about the Chinese football. Yeah.
Yes. I think the also another reason why we want to start this podcast is because we have the connection with Polish football and also with Chinese. So maybe
Yeah.
one day we can help some Chinese young football players or Polish football players to play in both countries. Like we already found out. I don't know whoever you want to start with the foreign players that used to play in Poland and now transfer to the CSL.
Yeah, there were a bunch of players who played in Polish Ekstraklasa and now came to China or have already been there for a couple of years. First of all, I'm from Radom, so Radomiak Radom is my favorite club in Poland, and unfortunately, we have lost our best striker, Pedro Enrique, who came to Wuhan Free Towns during this winter transfer window. I'm not very happy because he was very good, and in my opinion, he can be one of the best strikers in the Chinese Super League. He's very strong, perfect header. He scored many goals with his head, and yeah, I think he will be very important for the champion of China from 2022. So yeah, I will mostly focus on him.
I checked the stats of Pedro. He scored 8 goals. Half of it is from his head, and the other half from his right foot. And do you think he sold him too cheap to 3 times?
Of course, too cheap, because everyone thought that he would be sold for more than 1 million of euro, and it is said that he cost about $700,000. So it wasn't very. For me, it's not enough. But let's hope.
I agree with you, because the club thought no, the 3 town announced that they didn't have enough money, so that's why they want to bargain the fees. But actually, they bought even more players later. So I didn't think it's a big problem. Anyway, and I think there was a Brazilian player, used to play in Legia.
Yes,
No,
Guilherme, and I think many fans of Legia still remembers him very well, because yeah, I think he was very, very good. Typical Brazilian player with good technique, speed. He used to play on wing or on the left defender in Legia. He's also known in China because he played already in Guangzhou City. Yeah. I'm happy to see him back again in China, because yeah, I think it's one of interesting players in the league. I think he will help Changchun.
Help Changchun, yes. And Coulson, any players you like to talk about? Foreign players, maybe, or
so I would also like to talk about Pedro, because I was also in the game of Radomiak. So before I go to the game, I already know this guy. His header is wonderful. So he can also always take advantages of the battle with the defenders. So there was a big surprise that Straight Time sold him in a low price. So about the other players, I remember there's a player from Belgium, but he played for the Kazakhstan. It's Zhulav. So now he play for the Changzhou Mighty Lion. So he was playing the Wisła Kraków.
Changzhou.
Yeah. So now Wisła in the second division of Polish league, but when they was in the Ekstraklasa, first division of Polish league, Zhulav, I think he's very important player for the Wisła Kraków. So now he's playing the Chinese Super League, and I always pay attention to his performance. But now we also have some new guys. A guy from Shandong. So Shandong's newcomers, Kazai Israeli, right? So he also very good player, but I didn't pay attention to their preseason or in Shandong. So yeah, of course, this season I will pay attention to these two players and maybe more.
Okay, I watched the AFC Championship when Shandong played
yeah.
with川崎前锋
Kawasaki.
Yeah, Kawasaki. Yeah, Kawasaki. I think this Kazai lately was a bit. I don't know if Maciek you watched or no this match, but I think he was too. How can I put this? He was not defending enough. I don't remember how he was playing for Liga or how many matches Liga gave him to play back then.
Well, he played only half of season, if I remember well. So it was
he
very
was,
short story.
So he wasn't so fit into the system, I think. So he wasn't running a lot, wasn't defending a lot, but the system that Shandong used to play since last season, it's always mid-block pressing a lot. But if he, as a left winger, wasn't doing what he's supposed to do, then the whole system just didn't work during these two matches, and he was dribbling too much. Well, he has the talent, and you can see he's good at dribbling, but he was just taking too much time of the whole team. So unless he could fit in the system or he could somehow change his attitude with defense, I don't think it was a good purchase for the club. Maybe they need to change some other player after these two matches. From my point of view, from the point of scouting, from scouting.
We have also one more player from
Yes.
Ekstraklasa in Chinese Super League. It's Ivan Fiolic, who joined Tianjin Jinmen Tiger. I don't remember
but
well.
He left, right? He left Fiolic.
Sorry?
He left from this season.
Yeah, he joined the club this winter.
He joined
this winter.
Club.
Yeah, he came from Croatia. He was playing in Cracovia during the pandemic, so in the season 2020-21. I don't remember him very well, but he played whole season, 33 games in the team of Michał Probierz, who is now the coach of our Polish national team. Let's see. He's an attacking midfielder. Not scoring very much goals, but let's see.
Now I'm looking at his profile. 27 years old, 1.75, left foot.
Yeah, because Tianjin has completely changed their foreign players. They have 5 players left club, and new 5 foreigners came, and he's one of them.
That's something we can watch. And there's another Croatian player, Milos Škorić. So 2 players from Croatia.
Yeah, but the second one is Škorić. He already played in China. He played in Changzhou last season. Yeah.
I see. So you know more better than I do.
And there is also a Chinese player who played in Polish league. He's not playing now in the Chinese Super League, but in China League One, of course, Fei Yu.
We talked about him last time.
Yeah.
And you had interview with him, yeah?
Yes, correct. Unfortunately, he played only one game for Warta Poznań in the second division. Yeah, so it was very, very short period, but some people still know that a Chinese player played in Warta. And now he plays in the second division. I think it's Dalian Young Boy.
Young boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Dalian Young Boy. So which have you all watched the Super Cup? I know Maciej watched, and Coulson, did you watch?
Yeah, I watched a part of it.
What do you think, guys? There's two teams, Shanghai Port and Shanghai Shenhua.
So I was impressed by Wu Lei. So he not playing well in this game. Yeah, so that's a surprise for me. So there's also a big problem for the Shanghai Port because Wu Lei is very important for this team, but he's not in his prime. So everyone think that Shanghai Port can fight for the championship, but they lose this game. And this game is also the first important game for the new coach of Shanghai Shenhua, the Russian head coach.
Well, they were both, I think they all had new coach. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
I also agree with Coulson that Wu Lei is not in good form. Also during the Asian Cup, he should be a leader of the team, but he was completely lost in these games. I think he didn't manage to be a leader, and it was one of the biggest disadvantages of the Chinese team, that the leader wasn't good enough.
Yeah. With his problem, I think it's because we didn't have a good strike center forward, and also same problem with Shanghai Port. I like your tea. I see Maciej is drinking the tea from Argentina or
yeah, that's true.
They both our national team and Shanghai Port didn't have a good center forward. So Wu Lei, as normally he's a false number 9 behind the center forward, but now he was put into this position.
Let's see, because Shanghai Port also signed a new striker from Korean League, this Gustavo, Brazilian.
I didn't know why he was not playing this match. Was he injured or?
Surprised. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not in good form enough.
No, that's not good. In 1 week, the league will start.
Of course.
But I was impressed with Shanghai Port build-up system from the back, because this Kevin Muscat, he was the coach of Marinos Yokohama. I don't know if you watched J League last season. I wasn't watching, but I know he was. He helped the team get the champions in 2019, and also he was recommended by his ex-colleague, now the coach of Tottenham Spurs, Ange Postecoglou. It's so difficult for me to pronounce his name, but you know who I'm talking about, yeah. So they used to work together. Kevin Muscat was Ange's assistant coach, both in Australian national team and also in the Melbourne Victoria. I don't know if they work together, but for sure in Yokohama Marinos they also were in the same staff team. I made a video analysis for this match. I'll post it tomorrow, maybe in Chinese platform. And also it took him only 2 months to change the whole team, to improve the system. From the previous coach of Shanghai Port, I don't see many coach who was able to do it, because they are also relatively old team. Many of them are already past their best time. like you said, Wu Lei, and center back Zhang Linpeng, and right back. And the left back Liang is not young anymore, but Liang I thought he had a good match. But speaking of Shanghai Port, the first match against Wuhan Three-Town will be, I think, the best match of the first round. Yeah, I don't know what you think of this match. What's your prediction? And Kosin, please.
Yeah, Carlson, you can start.
Okay, so I can start my prediction. So for the champion, I will
not yet. It's too early for champion. We're talking about this first match. Let's go around with maybe prediction of each match of first round, and then we go back to the top three relegation zone, and who will be the top scorer or MVP or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the league is starting with a game with Qingdao West Coast and Henan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, if I remember well, Qingdao signed about 17 new players.
Yeah.
So it is completely new team. So I don't believe they will be enough. The team will be built enough for the first games. But let's see.
It's like Nottingham Forest 2 seasons ago. They also sold everybody from Championship and bought a new player. So they didn't do well in the beginning of the season.
So they can be very surprising, but I can't predict if it's already good enough. Maybe let's see.
And what do you think of the Henan? Have they bought any player that would be interesting?
Well, they have signed Frank Achampong from Shenzhen. So yeah, he is one of the well-known players in Chinese Super League. He played in Tianjin, in Tianjin and in Shenzhen. So I think it's a very good player. He was one of the best players in Shenzhen. Of course, the rest of the team wasn't good enough. They had very big financial troubles, and now the team is dead. And it's good that Frank have not gone away from China and he's still there, because I think he can be a big advantage of Henan this season.
Right.
Unfortunately, Henan have lost Adrian Mierzejewski, the only Polish player.
So who will be his replacement, I wonder?
Good idea. I know that they have signed Bruno Nazario. I think he also played in Polish league in Lechia Gdańsk, but it was also a few years ago. I don't remember him playing there. But let's see. It looks like he will be the attacking midfielder of the Henan.
What about Coulson? What do you think of this match?
For the first one, I'm very interested in the game between Zhejiang and Shenzhen Peng City.
We go one match after another.
For the
you're not interested, okay? So
season opener is Shandong versus Changchun.
Okay, but okay. So Henan, Henan. I think maybe Wang Shuangyuan will be the player I would like to watch, as he's a national team player, and also. I made a video analysis about him 2 years ago. So, and he's the main CDM for the national team. We'll have this match against Singapore in 2 weeks. And how he will perform in this match will determine how our national team will play against Singapore. And now we can go back to Coulson. We finish one match and then we go to another match around.
So for the season opener, there will be the game between Shandong Taishan and Changchun Yatai. So I don't think Shandong will have any problem to win this game because it was in their stadium and their play like you said, they just win the Kawasaki in the ACL championship. So I think it's like a motivation for this club.
Mhm.
But there's a problem for also there's some problem for Shandong because they lost Fellaini. Last
Mhm.
season he plays center forward
Mhm.
in this team, and now they in the winter they sign a new player, but I think it's Zerka.
Mhm.
But they signed him, but he get injury during the
He's injured.
winter.
He's out
Winter
for about
training.
4 months because of, I think, ACL injury. And he went back to Brazil. And now they really
Yeah,
have a big problem with this, again, center forward, like Shanghai Port have. And who will be the next Fellaini? That's a that's a big question mark. But this Brazilian player, another striker, he did very well last match against the Japanese team. He could fill in this position temporarily for now. But I think for later, they probably need to. I don't know when the next transfer window will open, in the middle of summer, or I don't know if you guys knows, but they will need a new center forward. That's for sure. And
yeah. He will probably miss the game of more than 6 months because it's a very serious injury and he
mhm.
also need time to back to his form. So it is a very serious problem for this team. And I'm also think about the Clay Sam.
Mhm.
So this guy he doing very well in the ACL Champions League. So I think probably the club from Saudi Arabia or
AFC
they
Championship.
will, yeah, they probably want to buy Christian.
Ah,
So
but
uh,
mm,
they they need to, yeah, they need to find a new striker
yeah,
in the
I
summer
don't think they will
window, I think.
sell him very soon until they find the new replacement for this center forward.
Yeah, I think it's possible.
Otherwise, it's a big disaster for Shandong this season. But otherwise, I think the team looks okay. But compared to the last season when they played the AFC Championship, they still have some problems defending, like I said before. But anyway, the new foreign players, they need some time to cope with the coach, the new Chinese players. And what do you think, Maciek, about this match?
Yeah, if I remember well, there is also another striker in
Mm-hmm.
Shandong,
Mm.
Mateus Pato. He
Yeah,
joined a club with
yeah,
from
Indonesia.
Indonesian
Yeah,
league, but I think he's not good
yeah.
enough. So
No,
definitely for a
he's
team, yeah,
I think he's too cheap.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I
Mhm.
think for the team which wants to
Yeah,
win the championship,
yeah,
he's not good enough. I
sure.
agree that
Mm,
Shandong should sign a new striker
yeah.
in the next transfer window. Yeah, definitely.
And also because since we do a podcast for the Chinese Super League, also we will focus on probably the Chinese national team when they play in the World Cup qualification, first phase, and 2 matches against Singapore, and later on we'll get into that. But the main focus for me, or for maybe for one of you, is to observe the national team players. And Shandong have also, I don't know, 3 or 4 national team players. And this Li Yuanyi, who has been performing very well, never got the chance to play for the national team. And I hope I made also video for him last November. I hope he will get a chance because he did very well during these 2 matches against Japanese team. But with prediction of the result, I also think Shandong should win. 3 points should be easily taken, but Changchun is one of the few teams still have the Chinese coaching staff exists in this division. So I'm also curious about how their system works and their tactic. Yeah. Anything you want to add for this match?
No, I think we can move
We
on
can
to
move
the
on. Okay.
next games.
To this one, we talk about this Qingdao West and Henan. Maciek, maybe you go first this time.
So next game, yeah.
Yeah, Qingdao West and West Coast. Sorry.
And Henan.
Henan.
Yeah. Well, I think yeah, like we spoke that Qingdao have signed 17 new players. I think it was something like that. So it's completely new team, and I'm not sure that they will be ready for the first games. So it can be very surprise. So I think Henan should win. I think it will be the team which has more experience in the Chinese Super League, of course. They have also signed some new players. For example, Frank Champong. So he yeah, one of the most known players from a foreign country in last seasons in Chinese Super League. So he played in Tianjin in Shenzhen. So yeah, he was definitely one of the best players in Shenzhen. So definitely he will be a star in Henan. It's sad that they have lost Adrian Mierzejewski, who has retired, but let's see. There are new players like Bruno Nazario, who also played in Polish league in Lechia Gdańsk.
Which country is he from?
Bruno Nazario from Brazil. Yeah.
From Brazil.
Yeah. Also attacking midfielder. Yeah, and well. I think in this game, Henan should be a favorite to win.
Okay, and Kosen now.
Yeah, I does the same. So like Maciek said, Qingdao they sign so many players and they need time to like combine as a team. But I am very interested in the performance of Alan, so Chinese international. Now he will play in the Chinese Super League again for the Qingdao West Coast.
How old is he? 35, 36?
34, I think.
34, okay.
Maybe 35 this year.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's pay attention to his performance in the first game. And as for the Henan, so they lose a Polish player, Adrian Mierzejewski. I think he can play for at least one season in Chinese Super League, but that's a pity that he leave China. So I remember he said in an interview by Polish media, so Adrian, he said that he got an offer from China, maybe from the second division. Yeah, but there's probably some team from middle or from bottom. They were interested in him, but I don't know why he didn't he didn't accept that. So probably for the living condition. Yeah, like I said, that's a pity. He's not in his prime. He's quite old, but one season is okay for him. I think Henan will win this game. Yeah. Because Qingdao they need time.
We didn't predict the result, the score. Maybe we can also do that.
It's
That's
like
for
me
fun, yeah. When we
predict
go back and see who guessed it right.
Yeah, for the first game,
Yeah.
I think Shandong will win 2-0
2-0. Okay, I'll write
with
it down.
Changchun.
Okay.
So and for the second game, probably 2-0. Henan win.
0-2.
Yeah.
Okay. And Maciek?
Okay, for the first game, Shandong 1-0 with Changchun,
1-0.
and Henan 2-1 with Qingdao.
2-1. Okay. I think Shandong will win, maybe not so easy, but 3-2. And Qingdao Henan, maybe a tie. What do you think? Maybe both teams
Well, it's possible. I think
won't do well, and maybe 0-0. I'll do different, from you. Then it's more interesting. And then we go to for this match. I think maybe also Henan will win, but it's a win match. The first match of the season. We don't know. I don't know anything about how Henan prepare in the preseason, but we'll see. And we go to next match, Shanghai Port and Wuhan Suitang. Maybe Coulson will go first this time.
Okay, so I will start. So we already talked something about Shanghai Port.
Yes.
So let me start with the Wuhan 3 times. Yeah, we like Maciek said, they signed a very powerful striker from Polish league, Pedro Enlik. And they also have another 3 new foreign players, Darlan, Danilo Arboleda, Romario Bart. So they have 4 new foreign players, and they also need time to get to know the new league. And I will, of course, I will pay attention to the Pedro, and he needs support from the winners. So
yes, I see. I actually edited all his highlight of the goals he scored in Extraliga, and most of the goals that he had it in was from cross. We don't know how Wuhan Suitang will play this tactic. And you mentioned about Darlan Mendes. He's only 23 years old, and he's from Brazil, and in the Balana Atlético club. And this is very good purchase, I think. He's worth 5 million euros. So this is some. Oh, no, sorry. I think I mixed it. No, Darlan Mendes is from Bulgaria. He used to play for Sofia Levski, and it's a center midfield.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know anything about this player, Maciej?
No, I haven't seen any games of him, but what I can say is that Wuhan lost very important players, which helped the team to win the champions in 2022. So they have lost Davidson, Marcao, also Aziz Yakubu have left the team. Wei Shihao has joined the Chengdu. So I think they are very big loss to this team, and I'm not sure if the new players will be good enough to help the team be in top 6. I think it
Yeah.
will be the team for the middle of the table.
Now
Of course,
you're
Pedro,
predicting.
I
Mhm.
think he can fight for the top scorer, but
Mhm.
I think they have lost two big players
I see.
from last season.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so sometimes Pedro can do this score goal by himself, but he need a lot of support
Yeah.
from the wins. So
Mm.
let's see.
But I think the Wuhan is very interesting club because from what I know, the foreign players Chinese clubs have bought are either from K League or J League or something like this. Pato is from Indonesia. Very few are from Europe, right? This season they are currently playing the European League in Poland or Bulgaria. So this is something I see they are different from other club. Maybe their scouting system is more reach to Europe, or they have some business partner in Bulgaria or Poland. I don't know how they found about this Pedro Eric. You know anything? Story behind it?
No, unfortunately not. But I know that Pedro. There were some European clubs which wanted sign him. I heard about clubs from Bundesliga. I don't remember which. Some from the bottom.
Bundesliga
Yes,
one?
German Bundesliga, yeah, but I don't remember which one. And also Raków Częstochowa. There were rumors that he can join this team, but yeah, he decided to leave. Let's see what he can do.
I think they sold this Wei Shihao to Chengdu, to Chengdu Rongzheng. Personally, I don't like this player. I think sometimes he cannot control his tempo, and he got crazy, and even he's very talented with the ball. With what he's been doing, he improved a lot, and the national team also needs him. But I think it's good for the club that get rid of him this season.
He
Because
even argue with the fans.
yeah, he will be the maybe you don't agree with me, but sometimes I don't like this kind of very you know like a hooligan style player. They lost their cool, they lost their mood during the match, during playing. But yeah, so what's the prediction of this match, guys? Shanghai Port 3,
Well,
Wuhan 3
for me, it can be a draw because the Super Cup wasn't very good
for Shanghai
by
Port.
Shanghai Port.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not sure if the team is ready. Maybe
Well,
this game can be quite difficult for them, but I I I bet 1-1.
you bet. Okay. Maciek and Colson, what do you
Let's do
think?
something different.
Mm-hmm.
I will bet 1-0 Wuhan win.
0-1. Okay, 0-1.
Okay, 0-1.
So, I okay, again I'll do something different too. I think Shanghai Port will beat 3 down. 2-1, let's say. 2-1. Maybe we should bet money. We put a little bit in the pot, and every week we can divide the money for something. I don't know. Once a while we go off for dinner. Who win, who lost will pay for the dinner. Okay, so next match, Tianjin Tiger versus Nantong Zhiyun.
Yeah, if I remember well, the Tianjin coach won the best coach award from last season, Wang Qiuming.
No, that's the player. Yugen Wei.
Oh,
Yugen Wei
sorry,
is the
sorry,
coach, yeah.
Yugen Wei.
Mhm.
Yugen Wei won
He
the
won the best coach of the season, or he won the best domestic coach, maybe? Or
maybe
do they have
domestic.
different category? I don't know, because
Yeah.
there are
Okay,
only
maybe
two Chinese.
domestic, but I saw that he won an award. Well, the team was 8 in the last season.
Mhm.
I think it's good place for Tianjin
Mhm.
because when I remember previous seasons, it was a team which fighted to avoid relegation, and now it's a middle table team.
You mean before Yugen Wei took over, that Tianjin was fighting for
Yeah.
the relegation?
Yeah, that's true. So
Yeah.
I think now the team is much stronger than from
Mhm.
previous years. Maybe even for top 6.
Mhm.
Yeah, of course, it's when you compare to Nantong, I think this team is much better because yeah, they also signed some interesting players. But I'm afraid that they have completely changed their foreigners. They have sold all 5
Right.
players, including these 2 experienced Spain players, Fran Merida and David Andujar. So they have go back to Spain, and they have signed new players. I don't know. They also don't have very good CV. So they have played in some clubs in Finland, in Australia. Like we also talked about Ivan Fiolic, who played in Cracovia and then in Croatia. So they are not players from the top divisions.
Right. I heard that the extra league on this year, because of the performance of 3 or 4 teams in Europa League or Conference League, that they gained the points for next season, so it's above Croatia League now, right? I don't know. I think
I'm also not sure.
okay.
But one interesting player is Andrea Compagno. He's an Italian striker who played in San Marino division in club Tre Fiori, and yeah, one season he scored 33 goals.
Oh,
I don't think
Italian
there was
player. Wow.
any other player from San Marino League in China before. Maybe he's the first one.
Yes, Andre Campagno. Wow, striker.
Yeah, very tall
194.
striker. He
Also,
195 centimeters. So also probably good from header.
right. So they have all different, and then plus this Chinese player Xie Weijun also could play center forward and also on the winger last season.
Yeah. So for me, Tianjin should win this game. Let's say 2-0. And yeah, I think there shouldn't be any surprise in this game.
I agree with you. And also, like I said before, I really like to observe how the Chinese coaching team, the only 2 teams, Tianjin is one of them that still have the Chinese coach staff team. And I like what Yugen Wei did last season, especially one match against Shanghai Shenhua in away. They were losing they were down 0-1, but during the halftime, Yugen Wei did some change. So he used this Xie Weijun to replace another player, and right away the effect comes out, and they scored 2 goals and won that match. And that was really impressive for Chinese coach. So I think it would be 3-0 maybe. Let's see.
Also possible.
I agree
I
with you
don't know
guys.
anything about this Nantong Zhiyun. Probably not enough experience in top division.
When I look at the roster of the Nantong, I saw that they only have maybe two center forward. So one is foreigner, one is a Chinese player. So if they have any injury, they will have a very serious problem.
Right.
They don't have they don't have a rotation in this place. So maybe they will make some change in the next transfer window. But for now, their roster isn't good enough. So I would say Tianjin will win this game. 3-1.
3-1. Okay. 3-1. Close. Then we move on to the next match: Changzhou versus Beijing Guan. Who go first?
Okay. I can start with Beijing Guan. I would know that in the past maybe 2 or 3 seasons, they are not in the prime, not in the best form. I think this season Beijing Guan is very hard to be in the top 3, but top 6 is I think is the lowest goal for them. In this transfer window, I didn't see any names can be impressive from the Guan's new signing. And one thing I want to add is about their Korean player, Kang Sang-woo. So now they have 6 foreigners. We know that this season they can only have 5, but now they have 6, so they need to drop 1. So they choose Kang Sang-woo. I don't agree with that. I think he's a very good player, have very good physical, always work hard like a typical Korean player. But in the end, the coach chose Samuel Adebanlo. This player, well, it's no very hard to understand this choice, because Adebanlo is very fast, and it's not easy to find a player to replace him. Even though he played not good enough in the last season, Beijing fans think that Korean player Kang Sang-woo, he's better than Adebanlo. Of course, last season he have the better performance, but now the coach chose Adebanlo. Maybe he think a Chinese player is enough to replace this Korean player. But now this guy is still in Beijing, I think, Kang Sang-woo. So for him it's hard to find a new team. Maybe he will get a chance in the summer. So let's see.
And what's your prediction?
For the prediction, I think like I said, Beijing is not very good enough, but Changzhou also have their problem. Their roster isn't good enough. They are the one of the favorites which go to relegation. So my prediction is 3-0 Beijing win.
0-3.
Yeah, I also agree that Changzhou is one of the worst team in this season. if I remember well, they have a transfer ban from FIFA for most of this transfer window, and they have signed players in the last day of the window. So today
exactly.
they have signed I think 3 new foreigners. What I want to say also about the player Oscar Maritu, for me, he should have been one of the best players in the league if